So first of all, your setup position a bit too upright.
I see.
Your body is too upright. Then generally the ball will be a bit close to your body. And here, your initial motion is bringing the club flat. Here, you're going this way. So image a line connecting the ball and your elbow here. Image this line. You need to move the club along that line when you start the backswing. But your club head is going way below, go flat here.
Yes.
Then eventually you have to lift this up here. But at this point, so the club shows a crossover alignment. So the club is not parallel to the swing plane, but it's more aligned this way here. Your backswing is short. From there, you don't have much time here, and they try to come down right away. So you have a rushed transition to a downswing here. Go up here, and then quickly pulling this down, and then your body is sliding, and then just turning. Now look at the arm position here. The arm goes like this because it's too close.
Yes. So it's wrapping it around.
So what happens is with your initial flat, stay here. Your initial path is really flat here. Try to come up here. And so your hand is low here, and the club head is more showing a crossover alignment. From here, you're quickly pulling this down here. And then the hands are staying really close to your body. So what happens is you're going up like this instead of swing around here.
More freedom of motion.
Yeah. So you need to keep the ball more away from your body. And then particularly in the downswing, you don't keep your hands coming close to your body. When the ball is close and your hands comes close to your body has to stand up. And you have extension problem here. So again, it's going flat here. And then your hand is pretty much behind here, lower here. Go flat, and then your hand ends up here. And then you're coming straight to the downswing instead of having enough time, wait, and then let it go.
So go more vertical, you mean?
So you bring the club head higher. And then also bring the hands higher here, not backward, but more lateral here. Okay. And then on the way down, you actually need to have a flatter swing plane here. What's happening is you go flat here, and then come here, but you're coming down steep. But instead, go steeper here. Keep the hands higher and more that way instead of that way. And from here, let the hands go in front of your body here. So you have turning around. Then you actually will have a flatter swing plane.
Very good. So it looks awkward by watching this.
It's because your hands are too close to your body.
You can see this. I'm just crunched up.
And also, when we look at this in the rear view, see your elbow position here. Your rear elbow, the right elbow, is back here. That's why it's coming here. You may feel your body is more sort of one piece here. If you let the arms go here, then sometimes you feel a bit uncomfortable. But
loosey-goosey, yeah.
But this is a bit too much. So you're going back here. That's why it's low here. From this point, when you start the downswing, your pelvis has to slide this way to make a space here so that your elbow can come down. And then the hands stay really close to your body, and you're just turning around here.
Yes.
So what you need to do is make the swing motion bigger. We have to make the arc bigger, and then you have to let the club go around your body instead of up and down motion here. So again, connecting, imagine a plane here, which connects the ball and your elbow here. That's the typical swing plane. Then initially you need to move the club head along the swing plane here instead of spinning and then going flat here. This motion. With this, you have to bring the hands higher here. And on the way down, throw so that you can reach out and then keep swinging this way here, so that nothing will interfere with the motions of the arms. Now here's one problem. Since we are in mid 70s, as we get old, one thing we lose is a healthy variability in the motion.
I see.
Since we have many joints in the body, the joint motion is actually the building blocks of the whole body motion. So you have to harmoniously use all these joint motions to create the target motion here. But this is one intrinsic problem in golf. In golf, you are not hitting the ball to your opponent, rather you just play your ball. So generally, the swing motion is fairly consistent. The sports requires the motion. The required motion in the sports is fairly simple. It's consistent.
Because ball is stationary.
Yeah. Imagine you're playing tennis, let's say, then you're hitting each other. So depending on how your opponent attacks, you have to make a quick adjustments. So naturally, the sports requires a lot of changes in the motion, right? So naturally, the variability increases because swing to swing, you have to change the motion. But in golf, you're pretty much doing the same thing again and again.
Yeah.
So the nature of the sports of golf sort of reduces the variability, require the variability. And also when we get old, we also lose this healthy variability. We can mix the joint motions differently. So it's essentially create different motions, but the end outcome can be similar. So we have that ability, but because as we get old, we just simply swing the same thing again and again, then we tend to lose this healthy variability. So you have really narrow margin of, the variability allowed. So that it's difficult to change the motion. When you have a large variability, healthy variability, by just changing this a little bit, you can embrace a new movement. So this healthy variability is really important in terms of learning new tasks. Okay? But when we have really narrow margin of error here.
But with practice, can that be reacquired again? The variability?
So you have to allow yourself to, to do different things, some different movements intentionally.
Right.
But as long as you keep swinging the club the same way,
you're reinforcing.
then naturally it's narrowing down, right? So then it's hard to learn new movement usually in golf unless you intentionally change things. And then so the nature of golf and then also your age, you're against all these odds. Yeah.
So I'm not going to give up.
Now, when you try to change your motion, you have to have clear image first. Unless you have clear image, you'll not be able to change things.
That's correct,
Yeah. And then, so definitely what we try to do now is outside your normal variability, but you have to actually change the way you move.
Yes.
Otherwise, there will be no change if you keep repeating the same thing. So forget about what you are currently doing. Okay? And again, so think that this is not a golf swing. It's just swinging something around your body. And then with that, we'll develop a new movement pattern here. Okay? And then in your case, more than anything, you have to keep the ball more away from your body. So what happens if you keep the ball away from your body in terms of your body posture? So let's image this. Okay? If you stay more away from the ball, then what needs to be done?
Bring the flex.
Just yes, bend forward. Just keeping the knees flexed does not change anything. Yeah, you have to bend forward, right? And then also, in order to maintain, initially you can reach by bending here. But what about during the swing? In order to touch the target. So let's say you have this tee here. Your goal is to touch that tee on the way down. Then you have to maintain that lean. Also, you have to let your hands go more away from your body.
Yes.
If you keep bringing the hands here, there's no way. Even if you bend forward, if the hands come close to your body, you will not be able to touch that visual target.
Yes.
So that you have to let the hands go away from your body. So this is what's required. Again, so the strategy generally is we'll keep the ball really far so that you cannot even reach out. From there, you decrease the distance, and then once you start touching it, then you stay for a while there. Okay? So it could be a fairly forward leaned position here, but the touch, if you can do that, we'll keep it there. And also try to swing and then touch in the downswing. So let's use this one here. And also, initially, I will use a longer tee here. So here's the idea. So I will ask you to almost align your heels along this line here. That's quite far away. Yeah. So if I stay here, and then lean forward, this is quite a bit here. And then if you can do this, you can touch. This is a bit too far, but, and then we can go a bit forward here, and then, so that you can reasonably, touch this with the reasonable comfort here. Now let's do this. So try to stay as far as possible, but then maybe too far. Yeah, about there. And then, so now your hands are more out this way, reaching out. Your elbow is free from your body here. With this posture, try to turn whole body as one unit. Do not, easy. Oh. Relax. Okay, relax, and your goal is to turn the whole upper body as one unit using the legs, and then easily turn, and touch here. And then feel the motion of the club here. Yeah. And in doing this, no intentional pull this way here. Just to keep this, and then turn the body, turn, using the legs, and then touch. It's all coming from your arms. Oh no, it's too flat. When this comes from your arms, wait. Listen and process it, and you have to execute it, okay? Repeating it the same way again and again has no meaning here. So here, you're using the legs here. Imagine you have something really heavy, maybe a bag of cement or something. I see. When you try to load this on the back of a truck, you cannot really lift this with your arms and then put this. You have to use your legs. Your arms are just holding it. And then you use the legs and then try to throw. The same thing here. In this position, instead of trying to use the arms here and the upper body, keep this relatively stationary here. Use the legs and turn the pelvis. Turn the pelvis and then swing. Yeah, as if you're dancing. Yeah, so use turn. Use the legs and then turn the pelvis. Yeah, now this is a good start. So then let's limit this motion to 3 times. Okay. So once, twice, and 3, and then throw. all the way, maintaining that plane. Okay? Again, using the legs and the pelvis. 1, 2, 3, all the way here. So you ended up here. Instead, relax. Your arms are too rigid here. If you just use the legs and swing here, and then let it go, then you will have to end up here instead of here.
Elbow is the different.
Elbow more goes that way. Okay, and to keep the upper arm horizontal. Okay, so swing, go to this position instead of here. Here. So you have to fight the urge to move things in the backward direction, rather more lateral and up. So what that means is that when you have this swing motion, you have bias here. You go a bit flat on this side, go a bit higher, flat and higher. You have to keep this leveled here. Symmetric. Okay, again. So use the legs and pelvis. Have rhythmic motion. 1, 2, 3, all the way. Still it's too low. So now, there are reasons why you have that low pad here. So let's say this is your spine axis. This is the swing plane. Say this side, because of the camera here. So this is the swing plane. This is the spine axis. You want to turn the spine about the spine axis. But what's happening is in the backswing, your spine is moving this way here. Okay? As you start the backswing, on one hand, your hand pad is low, but on the other hand, you also have this motion of spine going this way here. Then naturally, in the backswing, if your spine goes like this, automatically the hands become low here, flat. So then, if you keep the spine axis here, and then turn here, then the hand will automatically follow a bit the steeper path. So in the backswing, what you have to avoid is the spine axis leaning this way here. So again, from here, keep the club in front of your chest here and hold this, and then lean forward here. Now here, pay attention to the plane. This is moving.
Okay.
If you want to keep this perpendicular to the spine axis here, now let's turn the body. This is the way you have to turn. Okay. No need to lift the elbow. Just relax, just comfortable. just to keep cross this. Keep this as close to the body as possible. Relax here. Just to keep it here. And then you just observe how the stick is moving. When you turn about the spine axis, it'll turn this way here. Yes? And you have to feel the body senses here.
Right.
Okay, the body will always try to tell you where you are. You have to feel that. This is the backswing motion you need to do. Instead of leaning away. So try to turn more this way here. Then naturally, the plane that this stick is moving along will be steeper than your typical swing plane, right?
Yeah.
Now go down here, bring this down, hold it. Again, reach out, lean forward a little bit here. So from here, as you turn the whole upper body as one unit, relax. I feel this resistance here. Turn this way here. If you turn this way, This will go up over here.
Yeah, that feels to be very high up.
Yes, yes, yes. It feels really high compared to what you could
I'm used
normally do, right? So this is the target position you want to go. Remember this.
Okay.
Come down. Again. So in order to make this a bit easier, you should widen your stance. Widen your stance. Yeah, so that you can have more stability here. And then you are slightly shifting to the right and turn this way, and then bring it high up here.
Okay.
Don't be afraid of bringing this high up here.
Okay.
As if you are reaching as high as possible here. Yeah, this is okay. So consider this. As we get old, we start losing the range of motion. And then when you go this way here, end up here, we have really short runway here.
Yes.
If this is runway and then you are an airplane, in order to lift off, you have to develop enough speed. But as we get older, we lose engine power. And then with that, if we have a short lift, the runway, it's hard to generate enough speed. So particularly when your engine power goes down, then you have to keep the runway longer. So in order to increase the range of motion, your arms have to go high up and extra range of motion here instead of going to this position. This restricts the range of motion quite a bit here, right? So that's why you need to bring the hands higher here. So try to bring the hands as high as possible. Okay. So again, using three small swings, fill the plane, but that plane should be leveled here. So it shouldn't be low here and then high this side, but rather when you have initial swing motion more going this way here, intentionally keep this side a bit lower and bring it a bit higher on this side. This way, if you try to keep the plane this way, then you see your shoulder is going higher.
Yeah.
It's easier to bring the hands here. And then relax. Here, there is no reason to
Tighten up.
hold it that tight here. Okay? Your goal is to promote this range of motion here instead of holding it here, restricting it, right? And then it's okay to relax this. Hold it here. Hold it. So here, bring the hands as high as possible, and there's no reason to contract all these muscles. Relax a little bit.
Subconscious.
Yeah, relax it, and then give enough range of motion here. Okay, this position here, and then maintain the forward lean. While maintaining the forward lean, relax, and then bring it that high. So again, swing, throw, and go to this position. Relax. If your muscles contract, then your body becomes rigid, hard to turn. It limits the range of motion. And then you should know which muscles should be activated, which should not. So your goal here is, again, swing, and then give good range of motion. Go high up here. Again. So try to have the image of turning about your spine axis, okay? Stop. It's too low already. You went this position here. It's too low here. You have to change this. Go up here.
Yeah.
This is the key here, okay? Because if you repeat the same thing, there's no way to change. Bring the hands high. Oh, it's still low. Bring the hands real. No. Your upper body is leaning already. Okay? So from here, try to bring the hands as much as possible. Bring the hands as much as possible here. And then you have to keep enough motion of the club head here. You should be able to see this white ball on this side here, this much. Okay. Again. So it's this motion here. So here, swing, all the way. Relax here. There's no reason to resist for the moment because this is really light. So no need to use a lot of force, right? Swing, 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 swing. Here. Relax. Too low already. The right side too low. Yes. Bring the hands higher. So one thing that will help is you tend to go low here. So try to introduce the supination of the forearm here.
Okay.
When you introduce the supination, you can bring the hands higher with the supination and high hand position here. So instead of going here,